Good morning, everyone. The hell is this thing? To get that looked at. Hello. Welcome to the program, and happy Easter, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of things going on. First, let's start with these. You may have seen them before. They're red. They're Calvin's. They're nothing to write home about. You've seen them before as part of my summer collection, and summer is almost upon us. Because Easter is really, what is Easter but the harbinger of summer? Easter is weird. It's weird. It's both very religiously traumatic and yet commercial and fun. There's lovely pastels and things like that. So let's talk. There's people here. Let me get through this. Clint said, well, hello there, RJ, and how are you doing? And say, do you got a new entertaining style and contents? Nope, it's the same old shit. Next comment is from Clincy again. Say, RJ, where's your friend, the one that goes, yeehaw, yeehaw? Boy, I wish I knew who you were talking about specifically. I'm going to assume perhaps Lawrence Fishburne. He no longer returns my calls. Spot Center said, I'm here in spirit. And then put a ghost emoji, so maybe you're just going to haunt the stream. Jerry said, stop stuffing your face with Cadbury eggs long enough to like the video on your way in. I used to love the Cadbury cream eggs. And they used to have those wonderful commercials where the rabbit would go, bark, 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 because those are the eggs that rabbits would lay. That was the implication of the commercial. However, as I get older, I like the speckled egg chocolate that goes, you know, I long for that. That's the sound of Easter to me. A nice. Caitlin said, RJ, what's your favorite Easter memory? Me going, what is my favorite Easter memory? My uncle used to get a house in Niagara sometimes, and we would go and we would make yearly prank phone calls to other distant relatives. And that was perhaps my most fun memory of all. And we would call two uncles who would always fuck with each other. And one of them ratted out the other, and then the other one ratted out the other. And they're like, no, you got the wrong guy. You got to call this guy. That is perhaps my favorite memory. And going, Pogirl Shine said happy Easter. Sean said happy Easter and culties. Hey, yos all around. Absolutely. A round of hey yos for everybody. Sean said, I just got out of work 25 minutes ago, and I'm very glad to be coming home to either you live in another part of the world or you worked at a cemetery. And they're like, that's enough burying for the night. And you're like, oh, it's morn. Missy said, good morning and happy bunny day. Why, I guess bunnies come out in spring. What is the significance? And there's lambs, all very sweet animals. You never see a lion get a holiday. Singh said, morning, happy zombie day. Fortinbras says, if anyone observes happy holidays all, I think you can still wish it. It's enough. Like that there's a religious component, fine. But there's a very commercial component. And that one is a lot of fun. There's also, for Catholic people, of which I was raised as one, there's a lot of ramping up here. You got the Lent shit. You got Ash Wednesday, Pancake Tuesday, Palm Sunday. Almost every day of the week, there's another thing. And then he goes in, and then he waits, and then he comes out, and it's a Sunday, but you get the Monday too, and it's a Good Friday. But I guess the Sunday's only just okay. This is like the math, because Christmas is like that day, ramping up to that day. This is a long, and this is like watching Ben-Hur on your calendar. Speaking of, it was great to once again watch Vincent Price in the 10 Commandments. Ooh, I'm Egyptian, and knowing this is my Egyptian accent. Very biblical. It was great. Val said, good morning, glorious cult members. Frank said, shouldn't the topic today be RJ cracking Easter eggs? in his underwear. Normally, I would color them. Today, I am not. It's a lot. It's a whole to-do because you got to boil the eggs and then they sit, and there's so many ways to do them. But nevertheless, Val said, "Oh man, Fortinbras, I feel like it's been a minute." Yes, Fortinbras is the return of Fortinbras. SM said, "Good morning. I see our beloved leader has been kidnapped again." Yes, I am in a different location. I am on location in a different location. Everybody says they're on location. They say on location. And it's like, okay, every location is where you're at. Where you're at is a location. You're always on location. Kristen said, "Good morning, everyone." Nails wrote, hashtag pop for pancakes. Fortinbras said, "Oh, and I've missed it. Oh, Jesus." And David's here too. Oh, God. Let me go through this quick. David said, "Happy Easter to everyone." Now, David is Jewish, but he's also, I don't know what he's part Jewish. I don't know what the other parts are. Maybe Latter-day Saints or something fun. Sean said, "Wood paneling, eh? I don't get that. This is my 70s game room. We play Parcheesi down here." Leo said, "Is that the same wooden panel room as last year?" Well, Leo, you could look back and figure it out for yourself. Or I could just tell you yes. Nail said, "Oh, we're whispering? Who's still sleeping?" It's Easter. This is a tone of reverence. Crossbody Pro Wrestling said, "You look and sound like you've been kidnapped. Give me a wink and a Wu-Tang sign if you need." I would not know. If there was a real situation where I really was kidnapped and you're like, "Give me a Wu-Tang sign," I would be like, "I'm gonna die." I don't know what it really is. Frank Greco said, "Looks like Jesus isn't the only one that's risen today." That's tactful and tasteful. Jordan said, "With everything going on, I am risen." Good morning. There's a lot of rising going on. This is like bread. Nell said, "David, thank you for the shout out on RJ's Q&A. I'm still dying that Dalton said hello to me." David said, "Niagara Falls, slowly I turn, step by step, inch by inch." Or are you talking about Niagara Falls from David Johansen from Scrooge? Which Niagara Falls comedic reference are you talking about? Steve LA said, "Happy Easter to RJ and everyone." Everyone's saying hello to David. David is saying hi back. He's really like the Mr. McFeely of this program. Ty said, "Good morning, everyone." Hi there, RJ. How are you doing today? I am a little tired. I've been on the go. I've been in different time zones, as you know, playing the feud and then not playing. Because once you play it, it sucks. Because once you play the feud, you're like, "I'm never going to be able to play this again." You know, what situation would I be? Oh, Lord, hold on. This one's too bright. What situation would I be in when I'm ever going to be able to play the feud again? I don't know. You know, physically, I feel good. Mentally, trepidatious, some anxiety. There's a little lull of information in my life. And when there's a lull, my brain tends to just color it in bad colors. You know, my brain is a child sitting at a restaurant that has one of those paper placemats, the brown ones, but I only have like brown and black in which to color with. So that's not too nice. But other than that, good. Adrian Cooper said, "RJ, tell us, how have you managed with the gym closures in Ontario?" It's really simple. Within like the first month of everything being closed, I thought to myself, if it's something I should need for a whole year, it's something I should just get right now. Not realizing that it would actually be a whole year. So I got 2 resistance band sets with a door thing. I have a nice ball. And I also I already had a couple sets of dumbbells, 4 or 5. And I got this attachment that turns the dumbbells into kettlebells for when I need it. So I've been working out at home and it's been relatively okay. So much so that when everything's open, I'm going to be like, I got to fucking walk. You know, I got to get in the car. I got to go outside. I got to put my stuff in a locker. This isn't that fun. So generally speaking, I've been being functional and that kind of thing. Jordan said, "My favorite Easter memory is in Mallrats when Jay and Silent Bob beat up the Easter Bunny." Never seen it. Saw dogma when I was a kid, and even as a child, I knew I wouldn't care for the movie as an adult. Val said, hell yeah, raised Catholic. It's a pip. It is, yeah, it's a Roman Catholic, and it is some freaky shit going on. It is fascinating. I never knew any different. You thought everyone went through it, and you're like, wait a minute. I'm the only one sitting in this gym. Francine is here, and she says, happy Easter, buddy. Happy and a blessed Easter to you too, Francine. I'm sure you're making your famed Easter bread, as you always want to do. Go join Francine's Twitch and talk to her about me. Just every time she goes on, say, how is RJ? What are your thoughts? What's your favorite RJ moment? Val said, and no longer practicing. Although, in reference to the Catholic stuff, a little bit. You practice a little bit. You do a little bit of this stuff. Christmassy, Easter, whatever. It is fun to just, man, Palm Sunday as a child was fun. Ash Wednesday, Pancake Tuesday was a hoot. That was like the biggest day. You'd be in school and they come out with plates of pancakes and you're like, hey guys, if you really want to capture the youth market, I would continue adding more foods to your religious observance days. Just a tip, guys. Neil said, explains the guilt. It does explain the guilt. A lot. So much. It's so fear. There's so much fear. It's all based on what you shouldn't do. I'm like, okay, what do I do? And I also remember often challenging the religion teachers because there's stuff in the Bible I just had practical questions about. One, the Good Samaritan, the story of the Good Samaritan. Why is he the good one? Is this just a town full of assholes? And like, he's the Good Samaritan. He's a good person from Toronto. That would imply everyone in Toronto is not that nice. And he's the exception. Number one. Number two, there's a thing. Something happens to maybe the disciples and they have tongues of fire over their head, which is a crazy statement. It's a wonderful visual, but it's very bizarre. Where does this fire come from? Is it real? Is it just a vision? Where does it go? And what is it signifying? Also, the burning bush. That one was weird to me too. That when we were getting into the magic territory, one or two miracles, like that wasn't even a miracle. Like nobody said this bush needs to be on fire. It just happened. So the miracles like the water into wine, the fish and the bread, great. Even the walking on water, which was a little bit of a party trick, at least had a purpose, right? It was weaved into the story. But a burning bush, like why? Why? I don't know. The guy wanted to make an entrance. It was like apropos of nothing. And the other thing that always freaks me out, and anyone who is really religious, I will always ask them about it because it fascinates me, is that time that Jesus flipped the table. If you have read it, you've never forgotten it. These people have like a merch table set up in the church. Whatever they're selling, antiques, I don't know. And Jesus comes in and he's like, oh, it's a den of thieves or whatever. And he takes the table and he flips it. Everyone's freaked out because it's very un-Jesus-like. And even worse, it's Jesus who's doing it. It's a little crazy, right? So then my questions are, who cleaned it up? Did he apologize? Am I allowed to flip a table if I'm angry? No one can answer these questions for me. SM said, did he already do the spin? Yeah, I did. You missed it. Look here. I got these fun red ones on. And they are a hoot. Adrian said, secret location. Yes. Frank B. Zagatti said, on location for WrestleMania? Yes, this is Raymond James Stadium behind me, and it is delightful. Caitlin said, RJ, will you ever put merch on a Canadian website? The shipping from America is so painful. I mean, I'll pay it, but it's still painful. Any Canadian website I've looked at has been so small in terms of what the heck they make, and they cost that the items will be very expensive anyway. So like it kind of evens out to be the same, unfortunately. But I will look and see. I know teespring.com/OJ City has like a UK version and then like a world version and a US version. But there's no specifically Canadian. I know. I tried to get a coffee mug the other day. Coffee mug was $15. Shipping was $22. Leo said, is that The Office? Mankind and The Rock fought in during halftime heat. Yes. And I'm going to put what do they call them? A forklift. That's how I'm going to pin myself today. Nail said, he can't give you a Wu-Tang sign, but he can give you a flash of the wrist. David said, slowly I turn, step by step, inch by inch. Frank's here too. Everyone's enjoying it. Let me get through these a little more. Nell said, Jordan, he's got too many cult members to keep up with these Jays. Val said, when does your feud episode air? I was told it will air in between June and October, which is a long-ass time away. When it gets closer and they know specifically, they will let me know. So then I will know. So hang tight, everyone. In the meantime, there will, I guess, be more pictures. I should have taken more pictures. I did not take enough. I should have taken one with Steve. They took one, but they didn't send it to me. Neil said, I'm so excited about the feud and also the Mystery Project. The Mystery Project is an episode of Card Sharks I was on. Speaking of mugs, I have the new BRE Start mug. And BRE, of course, stands for Bros Reprimanding Everyone. It's a group of guys that just gets together and says, you shouldn't do that. And it's fun. And this is nice. And I like the blue on the inside, too. It's delightful. I messed up my coffee today. Before I press it, what I normally do is if you put the lid on and a little sip comes out before you press it down, there's just enough there. This French press I'm not entirely familiar with. I was watching something else. I was watching a clip from Addams Family 2. And next thing I knew, I poured myself a half a cup of coffee without even pressing it. So I have a little bit left to go. I'll finish that, and then I will press the coffee. I'm all over the place. Jutley says, hiya, RJ. Hiya to you, Jutley. Sean said, exercise equipment was a huge get for people when it started. We shipped and still ship so many treadmills. They immediately jacked the prices up because there were people like the prices went so high that people who have home gyms started selling their equipment to buy other stuff because it was just now you're like flipping weights. Tom said, I don't get that. I only know that Soleil Turn thing from Three Stooges. Was it in something else as well? The Niagara Falls Soleil Turn sketch is obviously popularized by the Three Stooges, but was a common vaudeville sketch that a lot of different acts would use. Abbott and Costello used a version of it. Same thing with Who's on First. Who's on First was not written by Abbott and Costello. It was one of those bits that just was out there. And they were, I think, the first ones on the radio and certainly television to do it. So everything's fake and stolen. Sean said, Kevin Smith is very meh. Fucking agreed. Look, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but whatever. Oh, God, I'm so far behind. SM said, these workouts you post using the medicine ball with the straps are interesting and different. Oh, yeah. It's the Shayna Baszler technique. She's been giving me tips. Just, hit yourself with leather and you're ready to fight. Pacific E said, no more wire hangers and no more wood panels. What? Angel said, happy Easter, RJ. Wishing you the best today. Sending super big hugs. Thank you. Leo said, do you find that the pandemic has made you not miss people? The worst thing is that all they talk about is the pandemic. Anytime I'm in like a doctor's office or, anything. And I was like, I don't need to hear your version. It's similar to like everybody else's version. If your story is that you're not dead, everyone has this story. Everything got canceled. I'm aware that a lot of things got canceled in your life because a lot of things got canceled in mine because I read the newspaper. I watch the news. I see what goes on. You don't need to talk about it. I would be more interested to get back into society if they were like, new rule from the government, you can't talk about it. We all know what happened. Can't talk about it. And this cancel culture is really getting out of control. First, it was Wings. Then it was Coach. What's next? Dear John? Singh said, I was working out at home before the virus because my anxiety. So when all my fit friends were complaining about gyms being closed, I was kind of like, shrug, just do it at home, you dummies. It is hard if you do not have the space. However, it can be done. I've been working at home for like more than a year now, and I've been doing okay. I don't have to fucking run into people. Revenge said, Dear RJ, magnets, how do they work? The moon, it's something with the moon and the tide. So it's like the moon says, all right, everyone, we're in a pull phase. So the pull magnets will pull and the push magnets will push, and sometimes they don't work. But if you get a pull and a pull, then it is great. And then that's only between the hours of, I think, 8 p.m. and 3 a.m. And that's why you always hear the clanging at night. It's all your magnets falling off the fridge. Neil said, can you do some Shayna gym recreations while you're there again? I think that's what you're talking about. It's not just a workout, it's a lifestyle. Francine said, I always put you over. Have a good stream. I don't know how you got on the feud. Gee, that's nice. Thanks. It's always like I've been smuggled in somewhere. It's not like you deserve to be on the feud. We're proud of you. You've been training for this your whole life. If anyone should be on the feud, it's you. It's always like, how did you sneak in the back door? Just the tip. Oh, and then David sent a tip. That's nice, making me feel like a waiter. By the way, I do want to. I said it to him, and I want to say it publicly. I have forgiven David for the crab's legs. Remember, 2 years ago we went out. He ordered crab legs. I paid. I was trying to be a gentleman. And then he said, oh my God, you paid? If I knew you were going to pay, I never would have ordered these. And then I was upset. We had a good experience while we were away. And I've forgiven him for that. Not the talk show thing, which is still outstanding, and needs to be rectified at some juncture. But for that specific incident, I thought I was in a good position to absolve him of that. And I feel good about that. And I wanted everyone else to know too. And I think he's happy. We're really making amends. Liz said, good morning, RJ and chat. Good morning to you, Liz. Spot Center said, Mr. Fuji, misspelled, used to throw salt. Do you have any throwing stories? Stuff thrown in your eyes? Have you gotten to throw anything? For a while, I really wanted to throw glitter. Pull it out of my tights and go, glitter bomb, and go. And I thought, this will be bad, because if it goes all over the ring, it'll go all over everybody, and it'll be really annoying. So I found this other glitter that was bigger. It was like halfway between glitter and a sequin. So it's bigger and less sticky. It will not get everywhere. So I have these little, they're like 10 jars of it. And then I've just never used it. David said, please do a virtual Easter egg hunt for the cult. Found them. Leo said, can you tear an apple in half with your bare hands? Sure, if it's pre-sliced. Nail said, brilliant, David. Sokaria said, happy Easter, fellow cult members. Jesus is big into Burning Man. He is a eccentric fellow. Love that turning tables. Val said church merch, which all churches really do have. They should get into more like hats and things. Val said, whenever the burning bush is brought up, all I think of is the singing bush in Three Amigos. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're gonna leave you now. Excuse us. Are you the singing bush? That scene I laugh at a lot. Sometimes I have, that massage gun, the Theragun. It's like, if you do it on your chest, it gives you the vibration so you can sound exactly like the singing bush. I've done it. And if I have it, I'm going to look and see if there's a Theragun here. And if I have it, I'll do it. Kimbo Grand said, happy Easter, RJ. What's your favorite Easter dish? I used to love, and I don't anymore, real Italian, like salami and cheese, just like the pre-breakfast, just put out a plate of like salami and cheese and olives. And then I guess you would have eggs. I miss just like stuffing my face like that. Now I don't eat any salami at all. I'll have a slice. What else do I like? People like to make sometimes a turkey or a ham. But I'm not. I like the salami. I think it's delightful. Tonight, I think I'll have pizza because like everything's called off. You know what I mean? So just enjoy yourself and have pizza. Good pizza. If it's bad pizza, don't whatever. And this shit with the dipping in the ranch, stop it. It's not funny. It needs to stop. Spy Center said, I got my first of 2 vaccinations last week. Good for you. Exciting for you. Has Canada's national treasure gotten his? I mean, have you? Oh, Jesus. No. Canada is dragging ass on getting the vaccine, and it sucks because stuff is not getting that much better by us either. So at least like in the States, shit is bad, but they're at least racing to offset it now. In Canada is shit. Canada was probably more stricter in terms of locking down and stuff. And then it's like, all right, guys, like we all locked down, and then you're not doing the vaccine shit. That's supposed to be your job. Like, the fuck have you been doing this whole year? Not get the vaccine. Or like, how did you not think like we should have a plan? So I don't know what's going on. It sucks. And it's also difficult to explain to people in the States. People in the States don't realize that Canada's a different country. They assume whatever's going on in the States is also going on there. It's like, no, sorry. We have less sports and less flavored Oreos and less TV shows and less vaccines. So bear with us. Neil said, I'm having a chocolate egg with my coffee today. What a wonderful world. That's Louis Armstrong used to love a chocolate egg, and he used to dunk it. And he used to show it to his wife, and his wife used to go, oh my God, did you shit in your coffee? But that was Louis. That was classic pranking Louis Armstrong. Sean said, that's Raymond James. Where's the pirate ship? Hoist the colors, hoist the mainsail. Raymond James Stadium, RJ Stadium. And I'm not a part of it in any way, and that's a disgrace. That's the cross-branding that the world should have taken advantage of. Jordan said, I'm far from religious, but I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. The reason he was mad was because that they were selling goods in the house of God. Personally, I like my Jesus slipping table. Here's the thing, and yes, I understand them selling in the house of God, and yeah, I understand when he would be mad. Does not warrant flipping the table. He was pissed plenty of other times. People did way worse shit to him, and he did not freak out. He was all like, cool about it. This turn the other cheek business. Right? So that's weird. And it's also weird that he just never freaked out like that again. You're like, wait a minute. You can flip out about this? But people trying to kill you, you're just like, nah, that's what I'm supposed to do. You're like, why was it just this? You're like, let's destroy some property. Pogo Shine said, chocolate for breakfast? Yes. Revenge said, what are your thoughts on the Oscar-snubbed movie Loved by All, Burlesque, starring Christina Aguilera and Cher? I was upset because I thought it was going to be a tribute to Milton Berle. And once I found that out, I was out. Val said, Christ, June, October? I could be dead by then. No shit. I could be dead, and at the end of the episode, they'll put in memoriam. Kimbo Grant said, I have chocolate every day for breakfast. Every day is Easter for Kim. Brodzilla is here. He said, happy Easter, RJ and citizens. Looking forward to the feud. Any plans to be on the bump during Mania weekend? I am not the one who plans those things. Unfortunately, the bump does. If Matt Camp is here somewhere in the chat, feel free to ask him, or Kayla or Ryan or Evan, any of those people. I don't plan these things. There are a lot of bump episodes. That I know. There's like 3 next week. You think I would be on 1? Would it kill you? Would it really? But fine. If you don't want me, that's their loss. I will eat my own salad that I purchased myself in relative mock peace. Positively E said, Puffy is nice, but Wu-Tang is for the children. I should put the I don't get that emoji. Oh Lord, I'm so far behind. Oh, here we go. We're back. Kim said, are you on Dalton Castle's Family Feud team? Indeed, I believe I am. Spot Center said, ever do a drop toe hold on someone with bare feet? Do they have bare feet or do I? I think I've done both. Just rolling around in a ring, barefooting, and it just feels weird. Nail said, all Key to the City members who watched the Q&A, I wish at the start of lockdown we had realized what comedy gold RJ, David, and Dalton quarantined would have been. We should have, I should have made the jump and just stayed there like that. Spot Center said, who had the most irritating wrestling gear, meaning lots of buttons, zippers, accessories that scratch you up? There was a guy, his name is Jackson Jarvis, and he was doing, I think his character was that he was like a hitman kind of thing. And he wore leather pants and a belt with a big belt buckle. Okay, I came out in a fur coat or whatever. And I was wrestling him, and it was fine. It was going well. And I was on my knees, and he came towards me and decided to headbutt him in the stomach. And lo and behold, I split myself open on his belt buckle. So that was it. It wasn't his fault. It was mine. But also, wear a safer belt. Leo said, I'm 100% in favor of a rule that bans people from talking about the pandemic. It's a pandemic. David said, I'm forgiven an Easter miracle. Nail said, RJ said he's the star of every show he's on. Anyone making him feel like a co-star will get the Ruffalo treatment. That piece of shit. Leo said, I work with the public, and the worst thing is random people I don't know talking about the... Yeah, it's not an icebreaker. You know? Sabrina said, good morning, happy Easter. Coffee emoji, bunny, chick, full-grown chick, and chocolate, because chocolate is made from baby chicks. Jutley said, you deserve to be on The Feud. You trained for this entire life. You're the epitome of The Feud, and I believe you should have your own show to talk about old school pop culture. Well, I kind of do. Positively, he said, just wait for George Lopez to get another talk show. Yeah, maybe I could do karaoke with David on George Lopez. That went well the last time. Sponsor said, what's your favorite amusement park ride and carny game? My favorite amusement park ride... Oh my God, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. This is the best roller coaster I've ever been on. It was the best. It was the best. My favorite carny game is when you hit the mallet and it flips the frogs and you try to get them on the lily pads, only because I love holding those fleshy rubber frogs. They're so much fun to me. David said, hey, that tip was for an Easter egg hunt for the cult. Well, I did it, and I found it. So where is I had a little surprise for you all, and I can't, hold on. And I don't know where. I had a thing to share with you all on my phone, and I don't know where I put my phone. This is a disgrace. Oh my goodness. Is it here somewhere? It's not. All right. We'll find it eventually. Don't worry. I'll keep thinking. David said that was it. That was what? That was the hunt. What do you want me to do? Okay. Somebody, David, name something you want me to find, like something that's blue, and I will find it, and that will be our hunt. Okay? Jesus. Rip Torn, what about him? Jordan said, I'm sad I missed the Key to the City members Q&A. Hi, David and Dalton. Okay, thank you for being a conduit. I'm a liaison. Po Girl Shines has another lovely tip. David said, I throw the crab legs you forgave me back in your face. No, it's over now. We made amends. You can't use the crab emoji. I've forgiven you. I've moved on. You should stop being so bitter. Let's do a press, shall we? Can everyone see this? Barely. Can I press without? Oh, look at this. A standing press. The fucking versatility on this guy. And there we go. Huh? That's nice. Let me fill it up some more. My, these mugs are delightful. I thought I had... Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I thought I had my stevia here. I thought I had all this shit, and I don't know where I put it. Give me one, everyone, bear with me for 1 second. I wanted to find this thing. It's so nice. Let's stay there. I found it. I put it somewhere. I'm not used to the environment, so I found it. Let me put the stevia in, and then I will give everyone their Easter gift. You'll all enjoy it. The Easter gift is, hold on, let me get through the chat, and then I'll give the gift. Crabs. SM said, you're bringing up the ranch dipping because of Kayla, aren't you? Yes, I absolutely am, and I spoke to her, and it's gross. Neil said, the cult doesn't dip pizza in ranch. Added to the handbook. Thank you, Nails. Jordan said, I worked at a proper Italian wood fire pizza place, and my favorite thing was telling white women that we did not have ranch. I don't know how ranch leached itself onto pizza. Like, stick with your wings and shit. If you get squeezed out by blue cheese, that's your fucking problem. Don't start encroaching on the pizza world. Neil said, Jordan, I hope you had cases hidden in the back. David's just crabbing it up. You are tighter than a crab's ass in a sandstorm. Val said, I hate ranch, and I'm in prime everybody uses ranch country. One of my friends puts it on spaghetti. That's not spaghetti at that point. Adam said, hi, RJ. Happy Bunny Day. SM said, like the video, you cowards. Did I miss more? Dear Lord. SM said, make up a rock opera about Jesus flipping a table. Okay. We're selling, dun 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 dun. We're selling in the church, dun 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 dun. Here's an Addams Family DVD, dun 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 dun. Audio commentary by Lurks, dun 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 dun. We're selling hats, we're selling coats. We'll even sell you a little moat. Yeah, we're selling, dun 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 dun. We're selling in the church, dun 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 dun. Bow. What have you done? Down 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 down. What have you done? Down 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 down. You're trying to make money, down, but it's not that fun. This is the house of God. It's the condo of God. It's the bungalow of God. It's the house of God. You see this table here? You know what I'm gonna do to it? I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip it. Watch out. Now clean up this mess. Clean up this mess. This mess was by Jesus. That is the Jesus flipping the table rock opera. It's called Lay It on the Table or Bring It to the Table or something. It's very good. A Rare Beast said, I'm glad I was up early enough to catch RJ live. Leo said, Baron Corbin, smart casual ring gear always annoy me. I feel like it would be very difficult to wrestle in. So Karia said, there are over 60 people in here and only 37 likes. It went up to 41. See what happens when you yell at people? Call him, David. Don't call me. Sabrina said, the Easter Bunny took your phone. That was the hunt. David said, find your phone. I found my phone. All right, we're good. SM said, too many blue things in the background. David forgave me, so we're back on good terms. Nicholas said, very disorderly show. I'm in a new location. There's things going on. I don't have my druthers. Caitlin said, what type of dog is there? Go get the dog and show us to my knowledge, there is no dog. There's a bed, but I think it's for me. And I already found my phone. Spot Center said, 60 seconds, John Travolta talks to Mork and Mindy's Robin Williams about being a part of Tuesday nights on ABC. Here we go, 60 seconds on the clock. Hey, man, I think you're so funny, the things you do with these suspenders, because I wear a belt, but you have suspenders, and sometimes I get jealous because I want to go like this. Oh, yes, you can do that whenever you want. Oh, you can put straps on yourself. Oh, you can wear two belts on your arms. Oh, yes. Oh, look at you. You're a lot of fun. Yeah, man, you are a hoot, man. The rainbow things you do and how you move so quickly and you sweat a lot. Oh, sweating, yes. Oh, sweating is the essence of life. Don't sweat it. I will sweat it. Don't sweat it. See, man, you are a hoot because you talk in so many different voices so quickly, man. And I got this one. And sometimes, it takes me a while to come out with the full sentence. Oh, a sentence here, a sentence there. What's at the end of your sentence? Oh, it's that time of the month. Oh, look. Oh, see, man, that's That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I think you're cool and you're from another planet, but that's cool. And scene. That was a tough one doing, especially on the heels of the rock opera. Matt B said, I managed a pizza place. People will order 5+ ranch for one pizza. It's disgusting. They should just put it on. You should open a ranchery, and then just have people order bread because every table already has a ranch. Leo, 60 seconds. Larry David meeting Gary V. Larry, here's what I'm thinking. I think you should do your own shoes. You have a very distinct style. And to me, I see style and I go, you commodify it, it could be a brand. I'm saying you make it a brand. I don't think, maybe, and what is this? What I'm supposed to go, every day online and say, look at my brand, go to my brand, I gotta, bother people. It's not, I don't think it's necessary. I'm telling you, Larry, you're gonna like it. People like it. Glasses, you make your own glasses, nondescript jackets. Very, the thing with you is you're a wine salesman. You're just a wine salesman. I don't think you really know anything else besides the wine. What are you talking about, Larry? I sell a wine-themed shoes, wine-themed hats, and scene. Everyone's getting like 4 impressions. SM said, the condo of God, I'm crying. Poe Girl said, RJ in a musical playing Jesus, yes. David said, I saw Jesus throwing crab legs to that song in my mind. They were selling the mallets. That's what they were selling there for the crab night. Church was having a crab night. Nell said, I can gift this mess was by Jesus, right? Yes. David also said that this mess is by Jesus. When I said mess in my head, as it was coming up again, I went, ooh, this rhymes. Epic said, when does your episode of Family Feud air? For the last time, it's going to air sometime between June and October. It's a long way away. I don't have specifics yet. When I do, I will tell you. Nobody needs to ask because I want people to watch it. So once I know, you will know. Panda's grandma said, I just managed to catch you singing. Well, isn't that nice? How is it working with Ethan Page? I've known him for quite a long time and really have not worked that much with him. But when we did work, I think it was fun. It's been so long ago, I don't remember. If it was bad, I would have remembered. Leo said, if you went bald, would you rather have Larry David hair or Frasier season 1 hair? Frasier season 1 had almost like ringlets in the back. That was some cool shit. He worked on it. That was a style. Neil said, when Travolta comes out, my life is made. Spot Center said, popping for Mork. Nicholas said that Robin Williams impression is 10 out of 10. Leo said, your Travolta impression sounds like David Arquette, but without the giggle, though. Ace said, some say Sami Zayn is the Larry David of WWE. I've heard that. I don't know if I quite see it. He's more aggressive than I think Larry would be. Neil said, I want wine-themed shoes. Leo said that Larry David impression was spot on. David said, Larry David glasses, shoes, and jackets is a great idea. Well, you make them. You trademark them then. He's not going to do it. Leo said, did you check out that British Bulldog Burger King ad? Yes, but my favorite is the one that Bret Hart did for an omelet restaurant. It's him and I think an egg mascot, and they're making omelets in the ring. SM said, drink some coffee. Brandon said, the major takeaway from today's program is that RJ sleeps on a dog bed. That's pretty much it. Epic said, I'm sorry I didn't know. People already asked. I want to watch it. And so jealous you got to see Paul Rubin. I've seen him enough. I see him yearly now. It's just, whatever. He's an adorable, wonderful person. Neil said, actually, someone asked Ethan Page about you last night, and he said he loved you. Isn't that nice? I don't know what the hell he's loving. Well, now I have to think of something nice to say about him. No, I don't. I am. Sometimes you look back on people, it's like, oh, yeah, I know that guy for so long. And then you've only wrestled like a handful of times, which is just weird. Caitlin said, if it was bad, I'd remember. I'm telling Jamie Virtues you said that. Yeah, Mary said, hello, coffee bro. SM said, we love David's giggle. Val said, I thought that Two Nails Mysterious Spaceman is late because he's up in mysterious space. Val said, I wanted to be like, well, you should have heard what Ethan said about you last night. I think what I said was good. I don't think it was bad. I complained about not wrestling him enough. I don't know if it's love, but I think it was good. No, actually, I'm mad at him because one time we did a thing years ago. He had muted me or unfollowed me, so I unfollowed him, and then we did a thing on his vlog about us following each other again, and then he left it out of the video completely, and I was upset. Val said, I want to be like, oh, I read that already. Damn it. Mary said, happy Easter to you, Hank Jessamine, and the VRE. Here's to you. Leo said, did British Bulldog's voice bewilder and confuse Americans and Canadians? No, because he's bizarre. That's the other one I love. Mary said, God bless you. Neil said, hi, Valley gets too paranoid. I know, now I'm all in my head. You've ruined this. Sink said, that was the most relatable thing ever. I don't know what he's loving. Positively, Issa, you sort of resemble Mark Ruffalo in this lighting. I look like a scumbag in this lighting. Leo said, do you have people who use the word basically in North America? Yes. And they've never spoken like above the basics anyway. So they never needed to say it. So here is an Easter gift. My mother sent this to me this morning. And I think it's her singing. So let's listen, shall we?
So love, this is my song. Here is a song, a serenade to you. The world cannot be wrong if in this world there's you. I care not what the world may say. Without your love, there is no day. So love, this is my song. Here is a song, a serenade to you.
That was my mom singing This Is My Song by Petula Clark. Happy Easter to me. Mary said, would you like to go ghost hunting for real at the Conjuring House with BRE and then go live on YouTube? No, and no. I would like to be in the van. Hey, things look weird. You guys better get out of there. I like to be that guy. Val said, your mom is too precious. Erin said, what a treat. Nell said, I'm going to cry. Are you kidding me? Rear B said, did I hear a cat? Is your mother singing to a cat? No, she's singing to me. It was sent to me. Leo said, I do American style. I do Mexican style. I do German style. And that's why they call me the British Bulldog. I love it. Well, I feel like we should call them the United Kingdom. They had an imperial. They would go a lot of places. They would take a lot of things. I think there's more there than you're letting on, Leo. Ace said, is Mother's Day coming up soon? Yeah, it's in May. They say, oh, that's awesome. What a great mom. Mama City. Mary said, your mom's got a beautiful voice. Yes, she does. God bless her. Positivity said, that's where you get it from. Leo said, sorry, I've become obsessed with the British Bulldog. Leo cannot get off it. Poe Girl said, that was fabulous. RJ's mom. Nail said, oh my goodness, your mama loves you so much. Spot Center said, I once saw and recorded you singing your own entrance song, I've Got to Be Me. What? Have you done that often? Did I do that? I may have sung it in the ring. Maybe I sung it on my way out. Sometimes they just all blur. I did do that often. I like certain songs are good to sing on a live mic at a wrestling show, and some songs are not. And that's a good one. For whatever reason, how it's structured, I was like, this is easy to do. It's slow and not too high, not too low. SM said, do you send her recordings of you singing too? No, but if she watches this, then she would get the gist. Yolanda said, oh, give your mommy all of the hugs. Positively said, RJ Kitty. Missy says, I love Mama City. Mary said, so you're afraid of ghosts in real life? Yeah, it would be weird not to be. People who are not afraid of ghosts, or there's something wrong with them. Mysteria said, beware of dog is the best in your house. Val said, so if we tweet Matt Camp enough, do you think we can get some bonus RJ content this week on LaBoom? Maybe he'll wear a shirt of mine. Knock yourselves out. Go bother the man. Ace said, which WrestleMania is your favorite of all time? Well, I was at 18 and 20, but I don't think either of them were my favorites. I like 17. Everybody likes 17. I'm playing them all in my head right now. 17, 19, and 21, in my opinion, had like the best groupings of matches. Having said that, WrestleMania 3 has really, for as many matches as it has, a bunch of really, really good matches. And I think WrestleMania 3 will always be difficult to beat. However, my favorite is WrestleMania 6's Steve Allen appearances. Mysterious Spaceman said, is RJ wrestling gimmick the man from La Mancha? To kill a man, to take his life and to drink his blood is to kill a man. President E said, remember when Davey Boy came back in the Attitude Era wearing cuffed jeans and a hoodie as ring gear? I do, and I thought it was cool. And his entrance song had like, row, row, row. That was just barking. Jordan said, if you could pick one tag team partner to go up against Chris Adams and Gino Hernandez, who would it be? I loves me some early Adrian Adonis. He is like top of my list. SM said, one time you started singing I've Got to Be Me after beating Adam Rose, but then he threw you on some lollipops. They were not lollipops, SM. They were ring pops. It was a bag of ring pops, and that shit hurt. It was one of those things where I was like, that'll be fun. And then I was like, this is stupid and painful. That was an odd pain. Spot Santa said, on your way out at IWC, curtain to ring, thought maybe that the DJ didn't have that cool All That remix. That's so weird. I don't remember doing that at all. Maybe they didn't. Why would I? That's very unusual for me to do, but I'm not saying I didn't do it. I'm just like, why? There must have been a reason. It could have been, the sound is down, you're on. Nell said, his mama is taking over the show without physically being there. He's going to be so mad at her. She's haunting. Nell said, Matt loves RJ. It's adorable. Mary said, hence, you don't want to go ghost hunting for real. Here's an idea. Baron Corbin literally goes ghost hunting with an EMF. Perhaps you should try and go once with him. I would have to introduce myself and make small talk. It's a whole thing. Mary said, by the way, I'm not afraid of ghosts. Well, good for you, Mary. Jordan said, Mania 7 for the win, which also has Regis on commentary going, oh, Hulk. Leo said, how long have you had your hairstyle for? I've kind of had the same since 2007. Got my hair cut short and it looked like Ben Shapiro. I mean, that's not your fault. It's a common short. It's not like a distinct. How long have I had this? I feel like in by the end of high school, it was like longer. But I don't know if it was like this. And then I started doing this, which I didn't mean to do. This is going to grow out. Check back in with me next week or something. Singh said, I always think of TLC from WrestleMania 17 when I always think of Mania. Well, then, whatever. Good. I do forget about... the real, the first TLC was WrestleMania 16. When you think about it, it was TLC before they even knew. Positively, he said 20 was good from New York, greatest city in the world. I liked 20. I loved being there. I do not think it was the best. My favorite was the America the Beautiful, the Boys Choir of Harlem. I thought they were good. Yolanda said, I realized during the program that if I was one of Jesus's disciples, I would have been the one yelling, sock him twice, Jesus. Especially Judas. Sock him twice. He could have gotten some shots in. That was some bullshit. Leo said, what's the best WrestleMania stage? I love the ring cards. Those were my favorite. I also loved, I think WrestleMania 7 had it. and WrestleMania 8 was that neon sign they always use, that little neon entranceway. Those were good. Again, I go back to 20. They had the whole like city of New York kind of thing on like these LED screen adorable things. I didn't like that one where they had like a giant cube above the ring and they lowered it. That wasn't my favorite. I go with the ring cards. I do like the American motif of WrestleMania 7. Not crazy about 9. A said WrestleMania 17 was the first time I watched a pay-per-view in 2001. I think it was me too. The first time I like got one. I was like, gotta watch this. SM said, oh my God, yes, ring pops. Plus you came in with the rosebuds and you were dressed as the bunny. It was awesome. Was that Easter? Matt said, have you wished Danhausen a happy Easter? No, I wished him a happy Easter Velsen. David said, do you get PTSD from ring pops? Yes. I go, get them away from me. And I'll only eat them if they're first removed from the jutting plastic. And that way I just chew them, really rendering them pointless. Panda's grandma said, do you have Easter traditions you want to do but can't because of the global Pamela Anderson? Yeah, eating with my family, which is pretty much all I would do. It's just like the thing you can't really do. Poe Girl said Mary needs to join Ghostbusters, or maybe the real Ghostbusters, the old kids sitcom. A said the WrestleMania 33 stage was amazing. You have to tell me like where it was and what it looked like, and I'll be like, oh, okay, there's too many now. They're not all filed in my head. Positively E said manlet. Is this a manlet? Sure. Nail said, are we going to mention the statue of the super monkey that David has in his beach house? That monkey is from a very famous film, but I'm not going to tell you which one. You'll have to figure it out on your own. Jordan said, Adrian Adonis, hell of an answer. I thought it was great. Mysterious Spaceman said, would you cut your hair very short to join a new Un-American stable? I have to see how big the check was. Sebastian said, you were accompanied to the ring as you sang by Justin LaBar, the Sonny to your share. I mean, yes, he certainly managed me there. I remember that. I don't specifically remember singing. I'm sure it's on tape somewhere. I'm not denying it. I'm just telling you I don't remember it. I'm sure it happened. Yolanda said, Mysterious, I've been meaning to watch that for years. I don't know what you're talking about now. The Ten Commandments, starring Vincent Price as someone who is absolutely Egyptian. Neil said, I always get annoyed when you see New York skylines and they make the Liberty bigger than everything else. Like it's just like on the land. Mary said, if you had to fight Brock Lesnar, will you? Again, gonna have to see the check. Leo said, I was so excited to see Molly Holly bald after WrestleMania 20. Loved Jerry Lawler saying she had the Sinead O'Connor look. And JR saying, who? Oh, yes, I remember. That would top of the mind. That reference was too current for me at the time. I went, who's this new girl everybody's talking about? Positively, he said, the Cube was like reboot. Warning, incoming game. Oh, I love me some reboot. David Leonard said, rewatched WrestleMania 1 a couple days ago. Didn't realize that the very first national anthem was sung by Mean Gene. They were just like, get out there. And even more interesting was that he sang Oh Say Can You See and not America the Beautiful, which they've sung pretty much since then. Nicholas said, greetings, everyone. Great show, RJ. Thank you, Nicholas. Matt B said, don't know if I have a favorite Mania. Savage Flair was probably my favorite match, though. Never hear or talked about. That is a great match that's not too flashy or spectacular, which sounds weird, but it's a great match. I think it was perhaps marred by two things. The Elizabeth storyline got very confusing at a certain point, number one. Number two, it was the main event, but it wasn't the main event, and it was co-main event, so I don't think it was presented as, and if it was, it may have been more finely remembered. Another match I love. It is really great. And it's like the one of the first like WrestleMania style matches to me was Randy Savage Ultimate Warrior WrestleMania 7. That was the go all out, high drama, high story kind of business. To me, that's a very influential match. I don't know if people realize it or not. David said, oh, I read that already. Greetings, everyone. Great show, RJ. Oh, thank you. Jordan said, I got surgery a couple weeks ago, then banned from Twitter. That's a good 1-2 punch. So I've been watching old movies. Spartacus, Path of Glory, The Killing. Very Kubrick heavy. Kubrick. I think you should watch The Shining TV movie that has Steven Weber. It's not Kubrick, but still. A said WrestleMania 33 was in Orlando. Oh, the roller coaster set. Yes. I do remember it. And I'm upset the roller coaster really wasn't functional. Nail said, well, my Sunday is sorted. Super Monkey movie hunting. Sink said they got way more out of that roller coaster than I thought they would. It's a thrill ride. Positively, he said, no, Shapiro is the mainland. Okay, that's good. That makes me feel better. Neil said, I heard a ghost bang. Strange things are happening when you're Egyptian. Mary said, noted. Next up, I'll prove you all by being on the real Ghostbusters. I don't drag BRE and RJ to join the Ghost. You should look up what the real Ghostbusters is. SM said, is it the monkey statue from Pee-wee's Big Adventure? Correct. David said, yes, he was wearing a tux with a cape. There's your answer, Nails. Now your Sunday's ruined. You got all this time on your hands. Spot Center said, the Silver Monkeys were the best team in Illusions of the Hidden Temple. I agree. Most wins in history. Panda's Grandma said, is there someone you wouldn't fight, wrestler or otherwise? Yes, my own mortality. Mysterious Spaceman said, RJ the Dress says Bob from Reboot, next Halloween takeover. Caitlin said, have a great day. Mary said, to be honest, the show is really entertaining. Thank you. Nail said, well, now I need a new Easter mission. Positively E said, any good Tugboat Mania matches? Was he ever on, or was he Typhoon by then? Tugboat really got the shaft. Oh, that's a shame. Join us next week when I'll be talking about Tugboat's Mania matches. David said, The Shining TV movie directed by Mick Garris. I liked it. It's far more faithful to the novel, but I thought Steven Weber was very good. Jordan said, Warrior Savage, WrestleMania 7 is up there with Hogan Rock for me. In fact, my first bonding experience was talking WrestleMania 7 with you and that damned Greg Iron. Oh, that rapscallion. Mary said, let's think. What's your favorite horror movie? I'm not going to answer that now. SM said, I need Easter to be over so I can stop binging Reese's eggs. They'll only go on sale after this and make it worse. Yolanda said, I was at WrestleMania 33 too, Nails. That roller coaster was really lovely. Once it lit up at night. Pub Girl with the closing line, chocolate rules, and Christ is risen. If you say so. Good luck, everyone. Enjoy your Easter and all that other business. Oh, that's nice. I think I look nice. I'm proud of myself. Godspeed.